Howdy y'all, Greenio here, and I've been playing FIFA 11. And excuse me if I'm not in sync with the video, but I kind of jump around quite a bit, and I've got quite a few things to talk through just that I've picked up from playing this week. So straight away, basically I'm just jumping into a career mode, and as you can see here, I just skip random quite a lot of bits. But straight away you're given the option of player manager, or manager. Manager mode being the same as last year's version, in that you just pick a team, manage them, and do the transfers, control the whole team, and try and take the mighty Fulham to glory, as I've done here, or I'm doing here. You can also play as just your pro. Obviously this is the same as last year's version as well. The only thing being is that, having played around with it a bit, the AI suck. If you're playing anywhere other than striker, then say goodbye to big scores. I mean, especially if you're playing as a goalkeeper, a hell of a lot of the teams just can't shoot anymore, and you'll get a lot of 0-0s and little 1-0s and little nicks everywhere. Not the greatest, is it? Let's face it. And the other option is player manager, which is a fusion of the two, which I chose to do. So you get all the manager mode preferences to start with. You can do all the team management, and when it comes to a game, you can just still control your pro, or you can control the whole team, even though you could do that before anyway. But so straight away, let's get back up with this video. Transfers are, well, they're the same. They're the same as FIFA 10, really. They're as ridiculous as ever. But you got to look at it this way. Do you really buy the game to be like a football management simulator? No, you don't really. If you do that, then go buy Football Manager. This is simply kind of a fantasy type thing. Like, anybody's attainable. I mean, later on, not in this video, but when I've been actually playing this career, I've now got people like Peter Crouch, Jack Rodwell, David De Gea in goal. So it's giving you that fantasy type feel of what you can actually kind of achieve, instead of just getting bored and being like Blackpool and only being able to buy crap players that you haven't heard of, which nobody really wants to do today. I don't know. Anyway, let's go off on a bit of a tangent, because I've actually got quite a few little random notes that I've jotted down through playing, more gameplay things. But I just thought I'd leave this kind of video up just so you can see all the different menus and options. And can I just say that moving through the calendar is ridiculously slow, especially if it's a transfer window. So yeah, it does seem kind of long-winded, and it still seems absolutely ages to get through a season. And selling players is as easy as before, really. You can get rid of absolutely everyone. They could be the worst, oldest player in the world, but you still get rid of them. Anyway, one of the new additions in the career mode is a Team of the Week feature. Yeah, that's broken. You can do whatever you want. You can play as well as you possibly can. You can grab a hat-trick, get a perfect 10, and you may not actually be in there. So don't expect to be in that every week. Although, even if you're not in it any time, you can still expect to win Player of the Year. So that's a little tweaking to be done there. Another new feature that they've added this year is handballs. something that, well, obviously should be included to make the game more realistic. But all in all, it's a pretty tough feature to include, basically in trying to program the line between deliberate handball and ball to hand. So it can't really do that at the moment. And if you in the box and you just smack it at someone, they'll block it, but a lot of the time it'll be given handball, and already having turned it on halfway through the season, you get a penalty I'd say one every 3 games. Always helps to with your penalty taking on your pro to get that set up, but is that a bit much? I don't know. I don't know the actual what the kind of stats are in real life for penalties from handballs, but it seems a bit much. And offsides, they seem a bit off again still. Like, for example, I've had one being called offside in my own half, basically because the ball was actually meant for the striker, but he was miles away, and I kind of cut in and took it. I suppose that's a bit of the whole program not being able to interpret the active inactive, but they're getting there. They're getting there. Trust in EA. Yeah, right. And I think I include at the end of this video actually that all in all the scheduling is quite good. You get quite a lot of schedule changes as in real life, but there's still little things like I play a game on Christmas Day, which would never happen in real life, not in England anyway. Don't know about anywhere else, but just little things like that just, I don't know, just kind of put you off a bit, and just gonna say, oh, come on, that was an easy one. But anyway, getting towards Christmas, I did find a few games in snow, and when you play in snow, it's automatically an orange ball. You can pick what you want, but orange balls for the win. Although playing in the snow, I don't know if it was just a one-off, but when I played in the snow, there wasn't actually a ref on the field. He was given decisions, he was given bookings, but you look around the pitch, he wasn't actually there. So the invisible ref. And talking of invisibility, the arena and the arena when loading for matches, you may find you're invisible for a while. And as well as that, you may find that you're getting quite close to the goalkeeper on the halfway line. You'll know what I mean if you've played it. Let's say there's a bit of homo-erotic action on the centre spot during the arena. And another thing I wanted to actually point out, mainly because I'm scoring from them quite a lot, is corners. Now, I don't know if you noticed in the last game, but the corner, well, not particularly the corners, but the people who were up for corners, and the players. Now, in real life, it's pretty much a given that both centre backs are going to be up, plus a few tall players, maybe a striker, and the fullbacks would just sit back. But in last year's version, there was a bit of discrepancy here. There was it would just kind of stick the players up at random, and but that seems to be sorted now. It's always like the big guys, which means it's going to be a lot easier to score, as you do. And headers, anyway, headers have totally changed. Headers are a top draw now. Like, you can actually score from them instead of them going miles over. And it's just coming to the first game that I played, and I just thought I'd whack in some highlights because, let's face it, this video probably looked a bit boring just looking around the menus. We want gameplay, we want goals, and luckily I scored quite a few. Last thing I want to quickly talk about, if I can get it in, is the addition of custom soundtracks. Now, this year's soundtrack is, in my opinion, probably the worst one for a long time. So the ability to have your own tracks in there is an absolute godsend. So kudos to EA on that one. I'll probably do another edition talking about the online, because there's a lot to talk about there, and there's a lot of good and bad features. Mainly bad, mainly EA servers, the main thing, but let's just say it's changed quite a lot, and for the better, I do not know as of yet. Just see me taking a hell of a lot of accomplishments here, and first game, so why not? I'll take it. And the AI doing skill moves, which you can already see had a massive impact in the first game. So they got the mighty Brother Hangland sent off because the bastard did a twirl. Match ratings have changed a lot. I'll talk about them later because I haven't got time. Here was the Christmas Day thing I was on about. Thank you for listening. All in all, go out and buy the game. Few bugs, but oh well, it's expected of a game.